Hi, my name is Tiffani Kelly. I'm a fifth-year senior at Colorado State University in Fort Collins, Colorado. I am a current NUF fellow with my second year. I'm graduating in May and starting grad school in the fall. My tip for first-time attendees would definitely network as much as you can. Just walk up to someone, introduce yourself, say you're NUF if you are, or say I'm an undergrad or it's my first time, and just start a conversation with that person. Everyone at NASPA is so willing to help you answer questions, give you tips, so don't be afraid to just go up, introduce yourself, and that's how you make those connections, and you never know when those connections will come in handy. So just don't be afraid to go introduce yourself, say hi, ask for a business card. Yeah, so that would be my tip for first-time attendees. I'm a NASPA member because I was told about the NUF program for my undergrad and decided to check it out. And it's been an amazing experience. It's been life-changing. I couldn't imagine being where I am today without NASPA and without the NUF program. And so I'm going to continue being a NASPA member into graduate school and afterwards because I believe so much in the organization and in the programs that they have for students and how it helps students. And so I'm a lifelong NASPA member. I know I will be from here on out. So I chose a field in I chose to have a career in student affairs because once I realized that all the stuff I loved doing as an undergrad was actually a field, I kind of never looked back. I loved what I did. I loved programming. I loved working with students. I loved mentoring. All of those things, I loved it. And so I didn't realize that was a field. And then once I learned, I was just ready. I knew that's what I wanted to do. My passion is working with underrepresented students on my own campus, and that's what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to work in this field, work with students, be on a college campus forever. I don't want to leave. So that's why I chose student affairs. I want to, give back to the universities the way that those different programs in the university helped me make it through my undergrad, and I wouldn't be here if it weren't for the people who work in student affairs at my university, and I want to be able to give back to those students and to the field itself. As far as the conference theme, Bold Without Boundaries, I think that means a lot of different things. I think the first thing I think of is obvious, the fact that we're in the state of Arizona and there's a lot of controversy around boundaries and immigration. And honestly, Bold Without Boundaries, I think in those terms, it just means be brave, be bold. This country it was founded on immigration, and there weren't boundaries. I mean, we didn't used to have boundaries. We're just people, and the fact that we, have these boundaries to try to separate human beings from human beings it doesn't make sense to me. And the fact that people put so much emphasis on an invisible boundary is weird to me. And so I think being bold without boundaries is looking past that and looking at the individual, at the human being, and learning from them and having a conversation with them and being able to ask those questions. And maybe it's not always comfortable, but so in those terms, I think that's what it means. But I also think in terms of like the student affairs field, it can mean, looking past the different areas that we all work in and just coming together as a community of student affairs professionals and being that family, being the colleagues and the peers, and being supportive of one another regardless of these boundaries that maybe are physical boundaries that separate us, or psychological or emotional, whatever that may be, and just coming together as a family and supporting one another throughout the conference and being refreshed by being at this conference and having this experience, and then going back to our respective universities and keeping in touch and keeping those networks and really supporting one another once we leave this conference, and then just getting excited for next year's conference and just working together for the students, because that's why we're all here. So thank you very much. I hope this video is educational for whoever watches it. Thanks.